Why would you let a man, a dusty man, get you so pressed that you wreck your mom's car? I was ready to leave him and his friend on the sidewalk. Hey! Vai nessa no garçom. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nessacene and you are watching a Get Ready With Me with a story time. So for today's video, I did my makeup with you guys and I did a very, simple, not too extra type of look. So this is my going out, get ready for drinks with the girls type of makeup look. So you can easily use the same product I'm using. These are products that suit me well. I sometimes switch my base, but as for my main product, they usually stay the same. And oh, can we talk about how cute my earrings are? If you're wondering, my earrings are from Ana Luisa, so shout out to them for sending them over. I am in love with the design. As you guys see, it's like two little hoops together, which give like a pendant earring look, but still very discreet, classic and minimalist, which I'm honestly obsessed with. This is legit my favorite pair of earrings right now. I've been wearing them non-stop ever since I got them. I cannot wait to tell you guys about these beautiful earrings and why I love them so much. So first of all, Ana Luisa only crafts high quality jewelry, which means that you can wear your jewelry safely all day, every day. Another thing I really like about their pieces is that you can easily stack them together. So the necklaces, the bracelet, the rings, you can always exchange them and wear them different ways. I have the beautiful Suzanne and Sonia earrings that I chose to wear together, and in my opinion it looks very sophisticated and it also really complements my ears. With Ana Luisa, you can always switch around your pieces and build around them and create new styles. And you guys know that I love to add bits and pieces to elevate my looks. Whether I'm wearing a basic outfit or I'm going all out, I like to focus on accessories such as earring, bracelet, necklace, and rings. And one thing about Ana Luisa is that they carry it all. They send their earrings in cute little pockets just like this, so you can store your earrings and prevent from losing them. So when I'm wearing these earrings, no matter what I'm wearing, it just very much complements it. And the one thing that really caught my eyes is their layering set, which are all beautiful, unique, and at a very affordable price. Now, I'll be sure to link the earrings that I got, and you guys know I got something for y'all. So make sure you check my description box below and click the link so you could shop my favorite earrings. Alright guys, so as you guys see in the title of this video, so this is a Get Ready With Me plus a story time. So where do we start? Now, disclaimer, this was in my dumbness era, definitely, okay? That story happened years ago. I'm not that girl anymore. And also, most of my homegirls don't even know about this story because I was so ashamed. Okay, because why would you let a man, a dusty man, get you so pressed that you wreck your mom's car? That should never happen. Now, this story time also takes place at a time where I didn't even know how to parallel park. Okay, I just had my license. I didn't even know what driving was. I think I had drove a total of like 10 hours, including my mandatory driving hours. So basically, no driving experience, just vibes. So I alternate between two different primers. So I'm using MAC Studio Fix whenever I'm going out or I want my makeup to stay for a long time, which I'm going to be using today. Or if I'm just doing my makeup to shoot a couple of reels, TikToks, then I'll use my Too Faced Primed and Peachy. I love both, but for a long lasting effect, I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix. As I said, you guys, this story time happened at a time where I didn't even know what driving was really about. So, like, you guys can judge me, but keep in mind that I'm not that girl anymore. I like to use my fingers to put my primer. I just feel like it's a better application than with a brush or a beauty blender. But honestly, this is just primer. So whatever you're using should be fine. So at the time of this story time, I was seeing this grown men, okay, and just apply the product and then get on with the story time. So I use LA Girl. This is the shade, this is the orange corrector. So this is what I use to correct my dark circle and my hyperpigmentation. Now to blend that, I always use a beauty blender. So this story happened back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, and at the time I was dating this like grown man, this grown 25-year-old man. Now if I'm 25 now and I'm saying this happened in 2015, y'all do the math. So for the purpose of this story time, we're gonna call this man Greg, okay? Although this grown man that, like I said, was 25 years old, Greg didn't have a car. Greg didn't have a car. Didn't have a car. He didn't have a job, for that matter. He didn't have a job. And we used to see each other after my shift at work. So I used to work, like, one thing about me, I always had a job, okay? All my girlfriend will tell you, Vanessa, she was always on her way to work. Like, I was on my when I was younger. But yeah, I always had a job. So yeah, we would see each other after my shift basically, or on the weekend, right? And we would literally like do nothing together. He would literally just call me and ask me to come to this party with him, and I would be like, yeah, let me bring my girls, like it's on, you know what I mean? The fact that I was dating an older guy, it was fun in a way that like he would take me everywhere. Like, you know how it is, like, you know how it is, okay? Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I was 18 years old going to every party in the city, okay? Craig would have me around all type of people. Like, he would always bring a friend, because the thing is, Craig didn't have a car. So Craig was always like in the passenger seat, and he would be like hop in, like I would hop in the back. It's so ghetto. Picture this. Like, he would literally ask me to pull up to the trap. You know, he would be with his friend. I'll bring my friends, and we would just like sit there, talk. We would literally sit there and inhale weed smoke, like literally. And we didn't even smoke. We were just sitting there and just like chilling while they were doing their things. Now I'm gonna move on to my foundation. So for foundation, I use Too Faced. I would definitely recommend to everyone. I broke it and I had to put it in my little medicine cup here. So, but it's Too Faced in there. I don't put a lot, but I mean, a lot for me might not be a lot for you. So, but I don't put a lot. Like, I just, you know, but I make sure I blend everything with a beauty blender. So let's just blend this. I'm just gonna blend this and resume with the story time. So 2-3 months into seeing each other, we started going out together. Like, we started planning our own move. And one thing about a man with no car, they got moves for days, baby. When I tell you, I used to be at every party, every barbecue, wedding, reception, like you name it, communion, whatever the move, like I was there, okay? But not gonna lie, like that summer that we dated was lit. I was out every night. I was drinking, having fun, meeting a bunch of new people. Picture this, 18 years young, dating a hood older guy, and you're going to every party, you're meeting everybody. Like, yeah, I was living at that time. Now for concealer, I also use Too Faced. This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Chestnut. I just love like the formula, so this is the one that I use. So we're doing the TikTok concealer method, okay, just like that. And I was one of them girls to just like drag my concealer down my cheeks. Like, I was that type of girl to drag it down, not knowing that it would make my face look drippy. I'm gonna let this cook a little bit and continue with the story time. The day of this accident, I remember it was a Saturday. It was a Saturday because the day before, Friday, I went out with my girls. Now, I went out with my girls and we hung out till really late. My mom doesn't want me out like that. First of all, if y'all didn't know, my mom is Haitian. Okay, so she doesn't play. I'm her only girl. So she didn't want me outside like that. But that summer, girl, I was living, okay? Like, you call me, I'm pulling up. I ain't even got a car, but I'm pulling up. I'm gonna start blending the concealer, so I just wet my beauty blender a little bit. I use the Physician Formula setting spray, and I really like this one. It was sent to me in a PR package, but I really use it and I really like it. So like I said, the day of the accident, it was a Saturday and I came home pretty late the day before. So like, typically, you guys already know, Haitian household, my mom is not talking to me. Like, she's mad at me. And like, I was the type of kid to never answer her phone. Like, I would be out, my mom would call me, I would never answer. And that used to get her so mad, which now I understand because I'm older, but I used to be like that. So anyways, Craig calls me that day, like the Saturday morning. He's like, oh, what are you doing today? I have a move, let's go to a barbecue, da 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 da. I don't even need to know whose barbecue it is. I'm pulling up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was on. Like, yeah, you gotta move. I'm pulling up. I got my outfit, everything ready. I'm doing my makeup and I'm on my way. So like, he tells me about the barbecue and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Like, all right, I'll come get you. Cause Greg didn't have a car. Greg, I don't even know if Greg had a license, okay? But he always used to tell me, like, you know how good men be. They have like stories, tons of fairy tales. I don't know if they're true, but they have a tons of stories of them driving. You know, like, yeah, I was driving and the cops pulled up, da da da, pulled us up, me and my guy, da da da. But in the whole year that I was dating this guy, I've never seen him drive. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I gotta move. It's a barbecue in Laval, okay? And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll come pick you up. Ew. So you guys remember the part where I said I only had a driver license? I didn't have a car. So when I said I'm gonna come and get you, I really meant I'm gonna ask my mama if she wanna lend me her car so I can come get you. You know what I mean? So that's when the story gets interesting. So I'm picking out my outfit. I know I'm seeing Craig. I'm going to a party, a barbecue. I got my cute like booty shorts and stuff. Like, I got my whole outfit, sunglasses, bag ready, like everything lit. Now I go downstairs and I ask my mom, and I'm so sans honte. I'm so sans honte because I go ask my mom to borrow a car, and she's like, well, first of all, when she's mad at me, I do not exist. I could be talking my butt off. She will never pay attention to me. Like, if she's mad, she's just mad. I go downstairs and I'm like, Mama, Mama, Mama. I keep calling her name and she's just not like talking to me. And at some point, you know, she's like, what do you want? And I'm like, oh, I just need to borrow your car. I'm just going to drop this at my friend's house and I'm gonna come back. But the thing is, whenever I'm borrowing her car, I never tell her I'm going to a party. I never say that, because you know she's not gonna let me borrow a car to go to a party. Okay, for me, my mom's only girl to go out, I had to lie. Okay, so I tell her, like, I'm just gonna drop this off and I'm gonna come back, whatever. And my mom's like, I don't care. Like, I do not care. Like, you're not driving my car. She's like, no, you're not driving my car. And the thing is, my mom is Haitian, y'all. So when she says no, she absolutely freaking mean it. The no was extremely clear. She was like,
Vanessa, get là ou pas attendez? Ou pas attendez m'dou non? Al mette en côté, al ouvre un livre, al apprendre le son plutôt. Ou chaque jour c'est sorti, sorti, sorti.
And then y'all know the speech. Like, she just kept on going and going and going. So I was just like, ugh. Like, in my head, I'm 18 years old. My guy just said to pull up, so I need to pull up on him. So whatever you're saying, I'm not hearing. So y'all, when I tell you guys, like, I was something else. I waited for my mother to be outside in a backyard. And I went through her purse and I took her keys. And I went. to pick up Craig. I took her keys and I went to pick up Craig, okay? I took my mother's keys. I took my mother's car keys to pick up a dusty man to go to a barbecue in Laval. That's how I wanted to be lit that summer. You guys, I just noticed that I forgot to put concealer on my chin. And I'm gonna put more here just because hyperpigmentation is real. I took a car and I didn't even look back, y'all. When I tell you guys I ran, I took her keys and I ran. But like from that moment, I knew that I had to enjoy every second. I had to enjoy every second of that night, because when my mom is gonna notice that her car is gone, she's gonna call me and she is going to be pissed. So I just knew from that moment I needed to make the best out of this night. Like, I just had to. For my contour, I use Fenty Beauty in a shade Ebony. So this is what I do. I don't do it too harsh, just like that. This is what I do for contour. And when you contour your face, make sure you drag it upward and not downward, because then if you go like this, you're just dragging your face down, and we want like the whole facelift without the actual surgery, you know what I mean? Sasha Buttercup, that's my go-to. And for the girls that said, oh, we don't bake anymore, top 3 sauces, because we definitely bake over here. Okay, I don't bake too much, but I do like a bright under eye, so I still bake with a beauty blender. Okay, that's just like what I do. I'm not one to change my makeup routine, to be honest. Like, I find something that works for me and I just do it. The same second I'm done applying the powder, I like to press it in my makeup like that. Just like that. I just like to press it in. And then as soon as I'm done, I won't even let it bake. Since I pushed it in, I'm going to use a brush and like wipe it off. Now, in order to do that with your makeup, you need to have a very hydrating base. Okay, so my primer is hydrating, my skincare routine is a bunch of hydration, so my skin is not gonna be dry from this. But if you don't, like, if you're the type of girl to do your makeup without applying lotion on your face first, don't do what I do, because your face is gonna crack. Basically, I didn't show you guys any of my brushes because they're basically from Amazon. Like, I'm not using Morphe, I'm not using MAC. I'm using this set that I got from Amazon from like probably 5 years ago. So I'll link my brush set down below because they last very long. The one that I will die for is obviously Urban Decay All Nighter. This one, like, my makeup don't move. Like, my makeup, it don't move. All Nighter Urban Decay. So I put quite a lot, but I like the effect. So tell me why this man came out of his house with his friend right behind him. Like, I told you guys, we're like 2-3 months into dating. It was like a date. That was like red flag number 1. First of all, I had to pick up Craig a good like 25 minutes from my house, and now we're going to barbecue, which was in Laval, which is like further than my house and his house. So basically, like, I'm already driving an hour to this barbecue, but I didn't care because I was with my, you know, I didn't care. I was gonna get lit, I was gonna have fun, meet new people. Greg's get a call and he's like talking, and he's like shutting down my music, and like he's talking on the phone, and he's like, yo, stop the car. I don't even care what you do. Like, just turn around, bring me home, because I'm not going there. And me, as I'm driving and you be on the road, I'm like, what do you mean? What's going on? He's like, oh, no. I can't go there. My ups is there. I can't go there. Yeah. I was like, what is going on? Greg has me doing a U-turn. Oh, I forgot to mention, at that time, my mom had a red van. Okay, I was driving a van, It wasn't nothing sexy about this car, but it had 4 wheels. I was driving the van to every move. Like I didn't even care, because like I got a car to drive me where I needs to be. So y'all, the fact that he's making me do a U-turn is strike number 2. And now he's telling me, turn around, we're going to Terrebonne, there's another barbecue. Like I said, this man had moves for days, okay? He had moves for days. While you was waiting for me to pick you up, you couldn't do your research to see if your house were gonna be there or not. Like, anyways, y'all, you guys know I have one eye palette. It is the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsession. I only use 2 shades, as you can see. So I'm just gonna do a little, you know, color on my eyelid. I told you guys I don't know how to do eyeshadow, so I just do the bare minimum just to say I did it. I'm gonna do highlight. MAC 104 for my highlight, and for my highlight I use BH Cosmetic. I've been using that for over 6 years. And the girls that said we don't highlight anymore, what are you saying, sis? Like, talk for yourself. And I remember back in the days I used to OD my highlight. Like I used to be shine bright like a diamond, like literally. So this is how much I like to highlight. Now you guys, what really got me mad was strike number 3. I mean, like, I've had my driver license for 5 minutes. Now you're asking me to do all that extra stuff because your ops is there. So I'm mad, and I do turn around, right? And then I'm playing some music. I'm playing my music. I'm playing my hot girl, city girls music. And this man goes and touched my radio. Now, you know better than to touch my radio while I'm listening to my music, because my song was saying, like, you know, city girls music, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't care. That was my car. You know what I mean? Like, that was my van. I'm using this Lancome mascara. This is a sample that I got. I don't remember from where. I think it came with a perfume, but this is what I like to wear on my bottom lashes. So I'm just gonna put this mascara quickly and then proceed with what happened. So I'm playing my music, and then Craig and his dusty fingers turned my radio off. So now I'm ready to fight. So I'm like,
why you touch my radio? Don't touch my radio. You in this car. The only thing you gotta do is do the GPS. You ain't gotta tell me nothing else. You ain't gotta do nothing else. You ain't gotta touch nothing. That's my car.
I start, I'm going off. So now Craig wants to go off too. So at this point we're just arguing in a car, and it's getting louder and louder and louder. And his poor friend, his friend in the back, was just like, y'all, I just wanted to go to the barbecue. Like, I didn't want no part in this. I just wanted to go to the barbecue. So anyways, we're arguing, and it's getting louder and louder and louder. And at some point I just pull over and I step out of the car, and I'm like, do you want to fight? I was just so mad that it was like on site. Like, what you trying to do? What you trying to do, period. I literally pulled over so we could argue better. Not fight, but just argue better. Because I was in a car driving. It was stressing me out. Because, I was a new driver. So I just had to pull up and be like,
yeah, okay, now, what's good? What's good?
We're outside yelling at each other, beefing. His friend is still in the car. Like, get out of my car. His friend is still in the car, just thinking like, y'all, can we get it moving? Like, I'm just trying to get to that party. Like, I was so done with them, y'all. I was ready to leave him and his friend on the sidewalk. But not really though, but I just wanted to be dramatic. Like, I was never gonna do that, but I just wanted to be dramatic. I wanted him to call me back and like apologize, and then I would come back, you know what I mean? Didn't happen like that. I'm in my car and I'm like so mad. Like, I was so mad to the point where I was almost crying, okay? So I turned the engine on. I turned my tires to the left, and I pressed speed so hard, y'all. But I didn't check, and there was a car coming. So as I'm leaving, I'm speeding right into the car in front of me. So I pretty much like smashed their car. I smashed it so hard that I got so scared that I let go of the wheel. I was like, God, take the wheel. So the man that was driving the car steps out of his car. He comes to me, and he's Haitian. So he's like,
ooh, madame.
And he's just like going ham, and I'm just like in shock. So I'm just like in the car, like, what the fuck did I do? And in my head, the only thing I'm thinking is, my mom is going to kill me. Like literally, like that's all I could think about. I was just like, my mom is gonna kill me. My mom is official, like she was gonna kill me before, but now she finna kill me. Like what? I crashed into someone with my mom's car while I stole it. Done. Like you're done. Like picture this, 18 years old, stole your mom's car, you're with your boo, his friend, and you just crashed into another person's car that is cursing you out in Creole. Okay, picture this. We end up making a deal that in 3 weeks I'm gonna give him the money to fix his light since it's my fault. So I'm like, okay, yeah, bet. I don't have to call my mom, I don't have to do none of that. Fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm the type of person when something happens and there's nothing I can do to change the outcome, like if I'm gonna get yelled at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do to change that. So might as well just live my life, might as well just go to the party because I do not know when's the next time I'll be able to see the sun of light. My plan was, as soon as I get home, I just put the car where I took it, leave the keys in her bag, and just go to sleep. And that's exactly what I did. Half of my mom's like front bumper was damaged. It was obvious, like it was no way to hide it. Of course, the next day my mom sees her car and she's like, she calls me. She's like,
Vanessa, this on about pour moi.
So I'm like, okay. Like, oh, même te dit ça. Like I told you, I took your car to drop something to my friend. So we got into a little, you know, accident, but it's fine. In 3 weeks, I'll just be,
Kissa! I prends machine moi. Why if accident? Et puis on campe dans figure nous dit c'est pas grave.
She was so pissed, you guys. Started cursing me out. She couldn't talk to me. She couldn't look at me. She was just so like amazed at the fact that I did that, you know, which is understandable. Like I understand my mother's point of view on this at 100%. Now let's move on to how I got caught. Now before we get to the good part, I want to do my lips. So I start with Morphe Trendsetter lip liner. I use this little MAC lipstick. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. It's a matte one and the name is WHIRL. I use Morphe lipstick called Chill. Then I like to top it off with a glossy finish using the Sephora lip plumping gloss. This is the shade 2 called Outrageous. 3 weeks later, when me and my mom go and meet the man that I crashed into, and she was talking to him and she was asking questions like, qui kote accident t'es fait, qui l'était, just to see if it matched what I told her. So she's just like facts checking with him. So he's explaining to my mom how the car accident happened, and then, you know, I'm just, you know, sitting there just like reliving the whole thing, and then he says the following sentence that got me in trouble.
Thank God her brothers were there.
So my mom is like, she's looking at me like, her brothers? And he goes,
yeah, with the dreads.
And then my mom's like,
with the dreads? Qui ferait ça? Hey! Vanessa non garçon. The dreads!
So from that point, my mom thought I was hanging out with drug dealers. From that like incident, my mom was convinced that I was hanging out with drug dealers. That was just it, because of that, you know, that man that couldn't keep his business to himself. I don't even need to mention that I was grounded for a whole nother month. Okay, and after that, until I got my own car, my mom never allowed me to drive her car again. So this is the story time on how I got into a car accident with my mom's car and got snitched that I had a boyfriend.